Hey guys, BlueCommander here and welcome back to another video. As it's Halloween very soon, I decided to make a spooky blood magic data pack that requires absolutely no mods to install. This data pack adds new weapons, new mechanisms to the game like cloning and much more, which we'll get into. This is also very survival friendly, as those are the players this was built for. If you want to get this, it also comes with a resource pack, so if you don't know how to install either of those, make sure you wait till the end of the video, as that's how I'll be explaining what to do. But for now, let's get into the features. Alright everyone, the first thing you'll notice in your blood magic-y world is that it has advancements. If you just press L, which is my default button, I don't know if it's the default for everyone, it'll open the menu. So as we can see, there's two initial ones to go for, Wither Juice or Blood Leech. Let's showcase all of the content within Wither Juice first, although there is some overlap here and there. There's a brand new drop to Wither Skeletons called Wither Essence. The Wither Essence drop's a bit more common than Wither Skeleton heads, however looting enchantments don't work on it, so you won't get any more for looting. Also, the player needs to be the one to kill the skeleton. This is used in crafting new items. For example, 3 of these like so will craft yourself a Withering Needle, which is needed soon. What I really like about these achievements is that it kind of helps you know how to use the data pack without having to hear my voice on repeat. For example, it says how to craft this in the advancement. We'll want to craft a cloning chamber too. This is done using 6 quartz blocks on the edges, 2 red stained glass and 1 hopper in the bottom. This can be placed in any direction as long as there's space for its large chamber. If you want to get rid of the cloning chamber, simply mine the hopper. To use this strange cloning device, we'll need to insert an item. That item is the Withering Needle. However, first we're going to have to put some DNA onto it. Punching any mob with a needle will add their blood onto it, as you can see. It also says the mob's DNA in the lore. Then you're also going to have to make a sacrifice of some of your own blood in order to complete the preparation for this Withering Needle. Be careful though, this takes a lot of health. You've done all that? Great! You're ready to clone your first mob. Just lob the needle in and watch it go. Something really special about this, in my opinion, is that it works with every single mob in the game, and they aren't just another mob. They're an exact replica, including all of their MBT and their UUID. This means you could use this to clone your backup or your favourite dog. Use it to clone a ton of very low mobs that you can just one-hit. Create a farm. The list goes on really. There's also some completely pointless advancements such as cloning a sheep called Dolly. The first animal to be cloned in real life if you didn't know. Trying to clone the Wither and trying to clone the Ender Dragon. Although there's heavy emphasis on trying. You can't actually clone bosses, that'd be way too OP. Moving on to the Blood Leech section, Blood Leeches are a new mob found randomly when mining magma blocks. They're roughly a 1% spawn rate, so they're pretty rare. Also, you can't keep placing and reusing the same magma block, as Blood Leeches take time to embed themselves, you know. So instead you could create a leech farm like I've done here, and every 10 minutes you could come back and mine them and then replace them. If you actually come across one, you better hope you have a sword. These little guys deal 3 hearts a hit and have 20 HP, a large amount considering how small they are. They also move very fast, so fast you might not even be able to outrun them, and don't even think about hiding behind a wall. These guys can wriggle their way through them. Unfortunately, they only have this custom texture if you have Optifine installed, otherwise they just look like normal silverfish. But either way, I think it still functions the same way, so you don't have to worry. So as we've established, Blood Leeches are both rare and difficult to defeat. So why would you want one? Well, firstly, if it does kill you, it leaves your head behind. This way it's possible to get your own head in survival mode. It is just for decoration, but I think it's still a really nice touch. Like most things as well, there's an advancement to get it. Also, trying to escape them may not be as difficult as you first thought. Blood Leeches don't just go for players, they go for whichever mob is closest. This means you can use mobs to lure them away from you, or maybe even use them as a quick way to kill mobs in a farm. Also, by dropping a bucket on them, you can store them in a bucket. This does rely on you carrying a bucket with you at all times though, so it might not work every time. But the main use of these blood leeches is for creating magical blood blocks. These blocks are created 10% of the time when a blood leech enters an iron block it's standing on. Either way, this removes the blood leech, so this is a very expensive process. With a 1% chance to get a blood leech when mining magma blocks, and a 10% chance to create a magical blood block, that makes a 0.1% chance of getting a magical blood block. However, we can make this faster. Remember the cloning chamber? Well, it also works with custom mobs. Giving this leech a little punch with my withering needle, donating some blood, then inserting it into the machine means I've got another blood leech with relative ease. What can you craft with magical blood blocks? Well, you can craft a new weapon called the Blood Scythe. This Blood Scythe costs 3 magical blood and 2 withering needles, as you can see. And this weapon is really cool. This weapon has 10 levels to it, and you upgrade it by doing damage. As you can see, at level 1 it only does 1 damage, but every level that increases by 1. So by the time you've maxed it at level 10, you have a 10 attack damage sword. This does take a long time, so by the time you've maxed it, it's probably less than 50% durability left, but it's still very strong. Furthermore, it also gives you a cool blood effect when hitting somebody, and levels 1 to 9 heal you 0.5 hearts per hit, and level 10 heals you 1.5 hearts. This weapon sounds very OP, but you have to remember how difficult it is to get, and it won't last forever. That's all the features. Let's get into how you can install it in your world. First of all, if you want to install this data pack and resource pack, go to the link in the description and it should take you to a page like this. To install the resource pack, which you need to get all the new items, just click on it and then it'll go to your downloads folder. You then want to open the resource pack folder by doing this, and then just drag the download into this folder. You can then enable the resource pack like you would any other. Then to get the data pack, which you also need, click this other button. Then you want to open your worlds folder by doing this. And you want to drag the download into the data packs folder. Then in game, type /reload and you're all good to go. I really hope you all enjoyed this video. I've been really busy with upcoming exams, but I couldn't miss the opportunity to make a Halloween special. If you're dying for more Halloween content, you can also check out my last year's Halloween weapons data pack /1command. Or if you really want more, go all the way back to my 2016 Halloween survival data pack. All in the corner right now. Anyway, thanks for spending some time here with me today. If you enjoyed, please leave a like as it helps out a bunch. And I hope you have a great Halloween. Bye!